Oh, really? That's not true. I think different sector of the media they try to say different things depending where they're getting their information from. But as the captain of this team, I must say I've clarified it before. I must say yes, we did have a meeting with the NFF. Players, footballers, this is their career. We're professionals. They're entitled to certain things. What was asked for is nothing different from what the players are used to getting when they're playing for the national team. I have been opportune and privileged to this is my third World Cup. What they asked for is what we got 2002. It's what we got 2010. So there is no difference. It's just we as Nigerians, we leave things till the last minute, till close to the game before we start attending to situations. Sadly enough, after the Nations Cup, I've not been around to address this situation. So that's one part. But we have to learn how to do things quicker because this is like a tradition that has been going on. So why do we always leave things to the last minute? As you can see, other nations held their country to ransom. We didn't. We trained, we played friendly games, we traveled to Brazil. We did everything right. We just had a peaceful and a quiet meeting. How the news came out to the media, I don't know, but no one here held Nigeria to ransom. We're all happy. We're all ready to play for Nigeria. It's a privilege for us, and we're just enjoying it. It's just players are entitled to certain things, and they should be given what they deserve and they're right. Look at the players playing in Nigeria. Most of them, this is a life changer for them when they have this money. It won't change my life. But as a captain of the team, I know what players deserve. If you give these things to these players, they will go home, their family will be changed. They will be happy because they worked hard to get here. Every country, most countries do have appearance fee. And this is part of the things that we spoke about.
All right, welcome back. We've made that switch. Dumnodi Okonta and Tunde Koiki have just left, but now I have with me Yemi Adebayo, and we're going to go contact. Femi, let me welcome you to the Thursday night edition of Sports Tonight.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
I know it's very difficult, especially with World Cup going on. but talking about basketball, but a lot of things happening. Let's talk about. We're going to start with the women, the ladies. Now, because usually we talk about the guys, but let's talk about the ladies. Let's talk about the final eight, semi-final fixtures, matches played today. You were there at the venue. So just give us an update, the results and the updates, what you saw, how impressed you were with what was
action of basketball, I must say. But well, we're going to be seeing a new champion. First Deporter were dethroned today. First Bank, after a long or 4 years running, they couldn't defeat them. Now it was ended 64-61.
Okay.
And First Bank are through to the final. They'll be facing Dolphins, in the final. My Dolphins ran ragged of FCT Angels 94-47 in that one. So it's going to be Dolphins First Bank. There'll be a new champion after 4 years. Okay. Both teams have qualified for the Continental, championships.
Let's talk about the final. Let's talk about the final now. Which teams will play in the final? When is the final? What time? Venue?
Okay. The
surface?
venue, National Stadium, Surulere, Lagos. The final will be between Dolphins and First Bank, and it's going to be, starting from 4 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. 4 p.m. That's when the game is going to start.
What about the third place match? I'm hoping it will come up on your screen so that you can know what we're talking about.
The third place match will actually be by 1 p.m. the same day. Between
same
First
venue.
Deporter, same venue, between First Deporter and FCT Angels. FCT Angels have been the surprise team of the tournament. They've always been the whipping girls, and this year they made it through, to the semis, and they feel good about themselves, even though they couldn't make it, to the final. Dolphins were just too much of an asking for those young girls, to overcome.
Let's talk about the side attractions, the things, the fun fair. There's a jump ball tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes, there'll be an all-star game, the maiden edition of the female league all-star game. Of course, we've seen such in the male league, but now the female is coming. It's going to be a very fantastic thing. You see coaches, coming out, to even participate.
And it's a good one. The games will be live on TV.
Yeah, live. Yeah, the games will be live on Super Sport. By I think from around 3 p.m. In the afternoon, those games will be aired. You see all the action, all the girls from the 8 teams that qualified, for the final 8. Just playing for fun and trying to just have fun and also make the game of basketball a beautiful thing to watch, just like you see everywhere else.
Well, 24 players have been invited.
Yeah.
I know you can't possibly reel out all the names, but the ones that really,
Okay,
caught your eye.
the two teams going to be playing the All-Star game that have been called the Ocean Breeze and the Sea Waves.
Okay.
So on the Ocean Breeze side, we have Coach Latif Folami, the head coach of the First Reporter, and of course the Dolphins coach Ochuko Korogo. She's female. They will be coaching that team, but they have the likes of Ireti of Sunshine Angels. They have Patience White of First Bank. They have Iberi Okeke. They have Magdalene Okato and a couple of girls. While on the other
That's
side,
more or less like an endorsement on your part, because the names, you can trust fans will write down these names and try to see these girls.
yeah, the 4-time MVP will be on the other side. The Sea Waves, Nkechi Akashili,
Okay.
she'll be partnered by her teammate Atosu Upe, and we also have Amaka Wankama. I think that girl deserves to be the MVP. I remember in the second game, of this competition, she scored 37 points. Just today, in the semi-final matches against FC Tinja, she scored 32 points. Making 5 3-pointers in that game.
That's incredible.
So it's unprecedented. She's my pick, for the most valuable player. Though I shouldn't be saying that, but she has shown that she can play the game. But however, you can't dispute the efficiency of Chioma Odeaja of First Bank. Today she made 19 points and 16 rebounds.
Okay.
That was very big. She used to be with First Reporter, but she moved to First Bank, and she was the one that got
some of those names you've just heard. It would be good to just pick your pen, write those names down, and you will get to see those ladies later on during the All-Star, and some of them will also be in the final as well. Let's leave Nigeria now and talk about something that gets close, but not too close, to the FIFA World Cup. That's the Basketball World Cup. 71 days to go. You talked about, before we came on stage, you were talking about Angola releasing
the
15-man.
15-man list. Yeah, the Angolans look set, they look ready, and they're ready to play the game of basketball. MVP, last year's MVP, Carlos Moraes, is the top name in that. We also have Mario Supriano. We have a couple of guys, Joaquin Gomez. All those guys have been on that squad for donkey years, and they're still making that team. So they're prepared. They're going to go for a training tournament or a warm-up tournament in Egypt. The Egyptian team will also be participating in that tournament, and a host of clubs, as well as some neighboring countries like Libya, also joining in that tournament. But Angola, they still look like the favorites of all the other African teams.
They carry the weight of expectation. The weight from Africa here.
Yes, it's
surely
on Angola.
On Angola.
11-time champions, of course, and they have the most experienced of the lot. Egypt, a bit young side, and they don't look like they're a team who can ruffle feathers. But you never know.
You never
They
know.
win
You
one
never
or two
know.
games,
You never
and
know.
they spring up a surprise. But Angola, they look set and ready. 71 days to go. The FIBA World Cup, hopefully, will take the prime time team, just like the FIBA World Cup
He's doing right now. Okay, Femi, we're on the home stretch now, but let's really talk about the NBA. There's no way we won't talk about the NBA. Well, it was very hard to predict. By the end of the day, the result didn't look like it was very hard. San Antonio Spurs emerging champions, and they've been celebrating a lot of things.
They need to. I actually saw the victory, but I gave it to